Welcome to the Boot Room YouTube, and today we've got Emile Heskey with us, and we're just going to have a little run through the rumours surrounding a January transfer window coming up, and talk of Aston Villa signing a modern day legendary striker, Mario Mandzukic, former Bayern Munich, former Juventus, former Atletico Madrid. He's now a free agent. He's also in his mid-30s. Would you take him at Aston Villa?
Possibly as backup, but again, they've got Wesley. I would probably class as backup, and he's only 24, I think he is.
Yeah.
Watkins is your main striker, and since he's come in, he's done fantastic, and he's got a little rapport going there with Grealish. I know Ross Bartley's injured at this moment in time, but they were forming a little bit of a little rapport with each other. So that it'd be difficult for me to say, yeah, I would, especially at that age.
Mm. It suggests maybe that Dean Smith wants something a little bit different in the final third, I guess, because he's obviously a big target man, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm guessing, and again, it might be for different games as well, and then different times of the game as well. Bring them on later on, where you have to probably be a little bit more direct and holding the ball up and getting the ball into the box and winning them headers, getting them second balls. So yeah, I could see it like that. But again, you have Wesley for that. Who's probably 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
14 stone. He could do the same.
Yeah. So he was just starting to get going, wasn't he, Wesley? Just before that unfortunate injury. And you can't expect someone surely to come in from the Belgian league and then immediately hit the ground running.
Well, this is the thing. I think there is this big expectations. We have one or two players that can actually do that, but the vast majority take a year to actually come in and adjust. You've got to remember the intensity of the Premier League is like no other. Yeah. So we've seen it time and time again where players are coming in, even your likes of Vieira's, etc., Patisse, who come in and they take a year to just adjust, and then you start seeing the best of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Villa will start seeing the best of Wesley.
Yeah. Where else would you like Villa to strengthen if you could pick one position?
Probably say on the wing. You've got the likes of Ollie and Wes up front.
Yeah.
Who need supplying.
Yeah.
I know they have Trezeguet, players like that, but again, they need the ammunition to actually to score them goals and possibly having a winger. Who's going to go direct and just go and attack and supply that ammunition for them. Defensively, I'd probably say another one to play alongside Tyrone Mings. I know he's very quick, very dominant in the air. Can you have someone who's probably a little bit more of a ball player? A younger version of probably John Terry would be nice.
Yeah. You mentioned on the wing, and there's talk of Mijot Rashica, who was a Werder Bremen sporting director, actually confirmed that Villa were interested in the summer, and there was maybe talk of his wage demands being a little bit too high, but he's been mentioned again heading into January, and that would maybe put a little bit of pressure on someone like Trezeguet, who plays every week, but he's yet to convince, really, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely, and that's what you need. You need that. You need them. You need people who are going to put some pressure on the players to actually go and perform. If you're content in knowing that you're going to be playing every week, you need someone to drive them players to actually put performances in that will keep them in their place.
Yeah. Another quite big name, similar to Mandzukic, Sami Khedira. Juventus are desperate to get rid of him, it seems. He hasn't played a minute of football all season. There's talk of Everton and Tottenham. He worked with Ancelotti and Mourinho at Real Madrid. What sort of impact do you think he can make in the Premier League?
I think he'll make a good impact, to be honest with you. Former German international. So I think when you're looking at someone who can actually give you that energy in midfield, he's a good tough tackler, but has an eye for a goal as well.
Yeah,
Everton could do with someone like that. I know they have a lot of energy in midfield, but they don't really have that composure in midfield. Apart from James Rodriguez, but having someone like that in there as well would be good for them.
Have you ever been in a position where there's been a real experienced player who's come in, like a World Cup winner or a Champions League winner, and what sort of impact would they make to a dressing room?
They make a massive impact, to be honest with you, because everyone looks up to them. Everyone knows what they've got. Everyone knows what they do. So it'll be a positive impact. And but again, you've still got to show it on the pitch.
Yeah,
gives everyone a lift because it shows the club where the club's going. Yeah. And then obviously they need to do it on the pitch as well. But it's nothing but positivity when someone comes like that in the change rooms.
Yeah, Tottenham feels like a good fit for me because they've got that winning mentality manager now. He's brought in people like Gareth Bale who've won trophies before. Reguilon won the Europa League last year, and Khedira, he's won the Bundesliga, he's won Serie A, he's won the World Cup, he's won La Liga. It's just he would fit in perfectly with that team.
Well, he'd fit in the sense that giving you different people who understand what it takes to actually win.
Yeah.
And having that within the environment within Tottenham will really actually push them to be title challengers.
Yeah.
Because at this moment in time, people will say, yeah, they're at the top, but will they fall away? Because they've got that kind of mentality. But if you bring more and more players like him in, it'll give you a different mentality.
Yeah. And on to the final question. Everyone seems to want Dominik Szoboszlai, and I have checked the pronunciation for that because it's there's a lot of Z's in that name. Two of the teams linked, Liverpool and Arsenal. It seems like one of them out of the two, I think we can guess which, are desperately in need of a creative midfielder with a certain German World Cup winner in the reserves at the moment. Is he the sort of player Arsenal need, just someone who can create things, or should he go to Liverpool and become another one of those players who Klopp turns into a superstar?
Well, the thing is, I think when you're looking at Arsenal, they're in desperate need, aren't they? Their talisman is not even actually making the bench, not even actually making the squad.
Yeah.
When can unlock teams, and having lost their last game against Wolves, they need that person who can actually unlock games and really start winning games for Arsenal. So he would be a really key component for them.
Yeah. And there's something in The Athletic this weekend about Arsenal being linked, and apparently we've got certain doubts about his defensive awareness, and that makes me think about, would he fit into Liverpool's team then? Because Klopp demands so much focus, doesn't he, from all his midfielders, and there's not really a creative one in that three, is there? They're all workhorses. There's not a Felipe Coutinho type, so I don't really think there's an obvious place for someone like Szoboszlai there.
But again, it's something you can work on.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, the defending is your reaction. It's not that actually necessarily the defending. It's the reaction when you give the ball away or when there's a turnover. What's your reaction then? It's got to be a positive reaction. Go and get after the ball straight away to win it back. And at times that is it.
Yeah. He's only 20 as well. We know Jurgen Klopp's record of improving players. It feels like every player Liverpool signed, there's not really many established superstars, but then 6 weeks later, they're like on top of the world, aren't they? And we're seeing that with Jota now. So if I was a young player, I'd be sprinting to Anfield, if I'm honest, at the moment. But I think that's all I've got time for. And I'm sure the rumours again will intensify in the coming weeks. But if you like that and you want to hear more, please like, share and subscribe.